Welcome back. I'm Model T and I'm on a little adventure today. We're going to go to Bob's house and we're going to clean that 1946 Mercury made by Ford. And it's going to be gorgeous. There's a lot of work to be done to it, so I've got my special bucket of tricks. Welcome to Bob's house. We've got the beautiful Mercury right here that'll be washing pretty quick here. Hey, Bob.
Howdy. Well, I got the Mercury back in early 70s, I would say, and restored it and painted it right there in the middle of the street in Sonora.
So that answers another question, because I was wondering if this was original paint or if it got repainted at some point.
It painted then in the 70s.
Wow.
But I traced the ownership back to 1952. It was a fella in the military at Vandenberg Air Base. Wow. That's as far back as I could trace it. But I had the pink slips and registrations all the way back to there. And then I restored it and drove it for a long time. Then my grandson wanted it, so I took it down there and they beat it up, and so I brought it home. It's been sitting here ever since.
Jeez.
It needs a headliner and a new back rubber for the windshield here. It leaks around the top, which I have the new rubber and I have the new headliner to go in it, but just haven't got it in there.
Wow.
But other than that, it just needs a battery and some gasoline. But you can't afford the gas. I can afford a $200 battery, but I couldn't afford to fill it with gas because it's about a 20-something gallon tank.
Wow.
It's a big tank.
That's so cool. When was the last time you drove it?
Oh goodness. Around 2000, was that 7?
Oh, to about 2007. It's been a while, huh?
Yeah. Been on a non-op ever since.
Wow.
But I drove it to Ukiah, and I drove it to Sacramento, and I drove it quite a bit after I restored it. But we were in the Antique Auto Club then, and so we drove it quite a bit.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it'll get running. Somebody will fall in love with it, and it'll be driving around again soon.
Yep.
Because we got too much to do with the Model A's, so
oh God,
that's the passion now, right?
Yeah. I need the room.
Yeah. He needs the room bad.
Yeah. So we're gonna clean it up and see what it looks like.
Yeah, we'll see how shiny we can get this precious thing here.
It's got the original Flathead 59 AB block in it, which is the big block that they had in those days. And there's also a spare 59 AB block, the D series, sitting in the garage there, all restored, but only need one.
Yeah. Cool. Are you willing to sell it to them if they wanted it? Or are you keeping it?
No, I'm not going to keep it. It's good. I'll either give it to somebody or it'll go with the car.
Wow. All right.
I know a couple of people here in town that's begging me for it.
Yeah.
Mike Smith.
Wow.
California Hot Rods wants it to put in his car. He's got a I forget what it is, but he's got a small block Chevy in it, and he wants to go back to the original Flathead. Yeah.
Wow. All right, well, I'm going to start working on this beauty and get it back to its magical looks. Thank you so much, Bob.
All righty.
All right.
Don't point that. Paul get
Don't
mad.
tell Paul.
Don't tell Paul.
So today in my arsenal, I have Mr. Pink. It's a great car wash. And I've got Rain-X Spot Free. And I'm going to mix them together. That way, once we wash it, it won't come out with a bunch of spots. It'll be pretty clear, and then we'll be doing the next step after that. But what we like to do, usually take about a cap full of each, unless it's really, really grungy, but we're going to start here. Just put it in the bucket. That ought to do the trick. All right. Then you're going to get the hose and fill it with water. I usually fill up the bucket about halfway. All right, it's time to get this car wet. get it ready for cleaning. Going to be through some different steps of process. So today I'm going to be washing it. Tomorrow, or the next video, I'll be doing the clay. Can't wait to show you how to do the clay. It really makes a huge difference. Alright, so we got all the thickest dirt off. Still a lot on there. Different little stuff. We'll see how good the soap, everything does. Get most of this stuff off. Now I try not to wash it off too much, at least for right now. I just wanted the thickest part of the dirt off. And I don't want those windows leaking too much. Like you said, the seal on the back window needs to be replaced. So I don't want the car leaking inside too much. So we're going to be really careful when we go to rinsing off and different things like that. Yeah. Goodbye, Kitty Prince. This car is pretty tall, so Bob got me out a step ladder because I'm just too short to get to the top of the roof. All right. That's feeling really nice. Get all that stuff off of there as much as possible. You could really tell the difference between this side and this side. Look at the kind of stuff that came off. It's got a lot of stuff and flaws in the paint as far as dirt and things that have been caked on for a while. But everywhere I went across, it came out so nice. I can't even imagine how gorgeous it's going to be once we clay it and everything else. All right, can you tell a difference? All right, I'm making my way. It's coming along great. You look at this fender, it's still looking the way the car did, but you get up here. Of course, it's still wet. It looks really shiny, but even when it dries, it's matted, but everything I do next will make that a huge change. Okay, so I think I've got the whole car now. Has some work. I put a little bit of elbow grease into it, and got such thick amounts of stuff all over it from just sitting here for years. And got a lot more stuff sitting on it, but more's to come. So for now, I'm gonna finish these wheels. Just gonna clean the painted part and the bulbous part here. God, I love these old things. The way they made things, the style is just so beautiful. And just so many classic lines and just absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna scrub these tires the best I can. I think the next time I come to do some more of this, I'll bring my other scrubber, which doesn't have the handle part, so I can get in there with my hand better all around the whole wheel and tire. So we'll get most of it for now. All right, time to rinse it off. So what's next for this 1946 Mercury? We're gonna clay bar it in the next video. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, seeing how I go about washing it, the products that I use. I will put the products down in the link so that it's easy for you to obtain those products if you would like. And have a great week, and I'll be posting another video very soon. We're gonna get right back to this and get it really, really shiny. It kind of looks like a soft yellow, but it is actually tan. So if you are interested in this vehicle, let Bob and I know. You can reach me at my email if you want to do a private message. But I'll see you soon, and you'll be able to have plenty of time to let us know in the next videos as I continue to work on this. Take care, you guys. God bless.